Basketball talk is always good. Let's change gears
Change it.
and talk Euros. Euros.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and keep it concise. You know, I'm gonna ask for who do you think is gonna win it, and who your final is gonna be, and who's gonna be your standout player. Who's the guy you're watching? So let's start.
Win it. I don't know. But my gut saying, I must stick with Portugal.
Portugal.
I'll go with Portugal, yeah.
Okay, Guerrero.
Yeah, I like Guerrero. He's already he's a winner before. 2016 played in the final.
Oh, thanks.
But I'm gonna go not because of him. You know, Portugal they got a good solid team, experience. France are more talented and more sturdy up and down, but I just have a feeling about Portugal. You know. Final. You know, wait. I can't remember how the bracket goes. If Portugal and France were to go through, would they face each other before the final?
They might face England.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but would they face each other before the final?
I don't know. It would depend on how the matches.
I think it could be Portugal, Belgium, or Portugal and France, something like that.
It depends where they end up in it.
Yeah. The seeding.
The seeding's a bit weird.
But stand-up player, I think it might be Lukaku. You know?
I picked my top goal scorer still. I picked my top goal scorer.
He looks a lot sharper than he was before.
If he walks out of the group stages with about 5 goals, I think he's got it still.
Who else is in that group?
They got a meaty group, man. They got who do they even face over there?
The
group is meaty, man.
Let me even check these groups, man. I want to have a more.
They beat that team 3-0, was it? It wasn't Turkey, it was Russia.
Russia, oh yeah, Russia, bro. Russia without PEDs, man.
I think they got
without those World Cup PEDs.
Yeah, I think so. I think Russia probably the hardest team in
their group.
Yeah, I believe so. And they packed them in, so.
That's it.
That's 2 goals.
That's curtains. If Lukaku, they're not a local.
Coming off a title-winning campaign.
Yeah, so that basically.
He's hot, man.
Some people have Italy as a dark horse.
That's my dark horse.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good team.
I think they're the only team to have won. What I think they won. Was it? Is either they won or they're unbeaten the last 26.
Yeah, I've been like 26, 28 games.
Yeah, and then they won the last 10, I believe, in a row. So yeah, they're my dark horse personally, man.
I think I'm gonna go for my final is gonna be. I think the way the dynamic is. I think Belgium. This is your last chance with this golden generation.
I think that chance is even gone.
You think it's gone?
Their defense is whack.
All they have to do is just enable the attacking players.
And it's tournament football, man. If you can't defend, you're done for.
But they've got Lukaku, bro. They've always got a chance of scoring a goal.
So I always say about Belgium, they need Lukaku to step up to the plate. But to be fair, Hazard has been alright at the tournaments. De Bruyne hasn't been as good as he usually is for Man City.
They're all coming off injuries.
But the guy that's usually way below it has been Lukaku.
You think so?
He plays well against the small teams. When it comes to the big teams,
he played well against Brazil.
I think Lukaku's one of their stand-up players.
Brazil's his only good performance I can remember having in a major tournament against the other, especially against France. Against France, he was anonymous. He's completely. Hazard done all right. De Bruyne tried. De Bruyne as well. He needs to be a bit better for Belgium. Hazard's the only one that actually plays back
Hazard plays at his level, but this Hazard right now, I cannot vouch for him. I cannot vouch for this Hazard.
Lukaku can stay in the form because Lukaku's on red hot form this season. If you can maintain that, then yeah, Belgium. I haven't forgot about it, but they could be right up there to win.
Do you know, it's funny enough. I think I trust Lukaku to do this thing. I think it's just his supporting cast going forward.
Belgium meet France.
I mean, he's going to get a lot of chances. De Bruyne, Mertens,
Carrasco,
Tielemans. If Hazard can play to at least 60% of his ability, he can still create chances.
Give something, man. Give something.
Hazard's body is not. His mind is not working like his body anymore. Like he's lost it. When you lose coordination as a player, that is it. Bro.
You think it's coordination that he's lost?
I think he's lost coordination.
I don't think he's fit.
Do you know when Bell came back and he looked like he had lost that coordination. He lost his agility.
But Bell's never been as good technically as Hazard was, though. I don't think Hazard can lose.
But Bell looks better than Hazard right now.
Yeah, because Hazard's played like 4 games this season.
I don't know. I look at Hazard and I'm like, bro, I don't know how he come. He doesn't even look like he's close to like anywhere near where he is.
I just don't think he's fit or motivated.
You've been chasing.
That's my.
Yeah, that's true. You've been chasing fitness for the last 2 years.
Yeah, bro.
Well, that's a long time.
Since he landed at Madrid, man.
Well, then they're gonna need KDB to be massive. Then that's what they're gonna need.
Sure. They got Morgan Hazard as well. He's a decent player.
I think England got a chance of going far. The only guy that can stop them is their manager. To be honest, they're the second most like.
Yeah, you said that again.
Gary Neville said he's their best asset, their manager.
Yeah.
He's a strange guy, bro. Gary Neville was a very strange guy. Athletically, they're probably the second most athletic team in the tournament, behind probably France.
One of the deepest teams as well.
And they got guys like Sancho didn't even dress, which is mad.
Didn't even dress.
He didn't even dress, bro. That's mad. He didn't even come there to the stadium.
The left back we still was gonna start didn't even make the squad, man.
No left backs, no natural
Hey.
left backs. Sancho, but you see his training clips. He came out and showed up. Yeah,
Bins.
we're trying to show the manager, yo, well, go on.
But at the end of the day, he's already got his mindset on playing Sterling. Like Sterling's in the team because he's the most cap player. Then Kane is there. Kane is there. Then now it's down to Foden or Sancho. I'm taking Foden.
Nah, for me personally, I just think the thing with England here that I have here is play players in their positions.
Then Foden should start over Sterling.
Southgate isn't Pep to playing the Foden out wide, bro. The guy's not a winger.
Oh, Foden plays wing over Sterling at their club.
Under Pep, that's the difference.
So, but then at the end of the day, Foden has to play because I'm taking Foden over Mount. Whatever Foden's doing, he's got to play.
Do you know what I think? Me personally, yeah, my my starting England squad was ideally Henderson deepest and then play 2 8s in it, Mount and Foden in it. Obviously, no Hendo. I think you could potentially go with Declan Rice and play 2 8s. I think what England done playing the double, huh? No, but as in for that role though,
yeah.
I think Phillips he plays when there's a double pivot, but I think if you're just playing one deepest, I'll personally play Rice in it. But I'm not gonna argue with Phillips because Phillips is a player in it.
He played really well last year.
Yeah,
I think it's come to the point where people are looking at Rice and say Rice wasn't showing for the ball. Rice wasn't doing a lot for position.
I think Rice done his job though. I think Rice playing in that role allowed Phillips to kind of push
go
up a bit
forward,
more,
okay.
support Mount and them and there. But
Benzi.
yeah, for me, I just think England have to play their best players in their best position and go for it, man.
So no Trippier at left back.
Nah.
I think he had a decent game, but
He didn't play poor.
Hey, but
he didn't
Kyle
play
Walker
poor.
and Mings, bro. Hey, they were trying to get racially abused the way they were trying to ball, fam. They were trying to hold it, fam. I don't know what they were doing, bro. I was looking at Mings was looking. Every time he took the ball, I was like, I just don't feel confident with those two sometimes.
Nah,
But they have to play.
He didn't play that bad.
And Harry Kane needs to stop dropping deep. This ain't Tottenham, bro. Get the hell out of the pitch, man. Okay,
You got ballers that are going to supply you.
That's what I'm saying. You know, in old England squads, you didn't have them creators. So I understand him dropping deep. Now you do, bro. Go occupy the centre back.
When he drops deep, he actually just clogs up all the space.
Yeah, man. But I just think England should play their wingers out wide, their midfielders in the field, and their fullbacks on the actual sides. That's it. Don't complicate it. That's what I think.
That's
man.
what a lot of managers they like to do, not complicated, but obviously Southgate got an idea in his head and so on.
It worked, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
So it worked this time.
That's it.
I'm
You get me?
If I'm looking at England, I think England obviously they're gonna pam Scotland because they're gonna give Scotland the work on Friday. The game they should be worried about is Czech Republic because those type of teams always cause England problems.
Yeah.
Like solid
Them off-key teams.
Yeah, the off-key teams,
yeah.
the solid teams, like just the teams where everyone knows their roles, they cause England a lot of problems, like because they don't have the creativity to break them down.
Who's the striker again? That Schick. Is it Schick?
Yeah, shit. They've got it's called one of the
I
best
think-
goals I've seen.
I think on paper England have one of the better teams in the tournament. I think the issue that we have with England is that they can't be trusted. That's why there's a lot of are they gonna be able to do it or not? Because on paper their team's actually very good. If you look at it across the board, they have one of the best teams in the competition. But England just can't be trusted. You know what I'm saying?
I think England, to get that trust, will need to perform against a solid team.
Yeah.
And when they land up against a solid team like a Portugal or Belgium, a Germany,
next round,
or
essentially.
France,
Next round,
knockout
essentially.
rounds, when the business end of the competition, that's when people look at England like, and guys don't step up to the plate, and more often than not, they don't step up to the plate.
But I think the players that they have now, they suit playing big teams because they have players that have played in the biggest
played in
games.
big games,
Yeah, they got Mount played in the Champions League final. You got Foden has Sterling as well. Kane's been on the biggest stage. They got players that have played on the biggest stage, so they shouldn't have stage fright when they come to these games. If the guys like Rice, Phillips, those men haven't been there, like, and you're in a centre mid.
The maddest thing about England is in the big games is the guys that haven't even played at that level that will come and shock you, fam. The big dogs that will just go and
Yeah, probably a Grealish. That's the kind of game Grealish. Grealish is the kind of guy that I see in those games. He doesn't get fearful of the moment.
Not even stage fright, just get outperformed. I don't really see it.
Just have bad credit in tournaments.
Yeah, just get outperformed. Like the teams I mentioned, those teams are just on a level above. When it comes down
So
to
when they see France, or Portugal, or what, they're gonna see one of those teams from that group. They're gonna be scared.
it's not about being scared. Just just get outmatched.
They can beat Portugal, you know.
They could potentially be all those teams, but when it comes down to it, I see them performing against those teams. Because when's the last time they performed well against a so-called potential winner of a tournament?
It's true.
But I've been trying to say, I haven't seen them beat a big team in my whole life.
Yeah,
Me at my big age, I haven't seen them beat a big team.
well, there you go. I mean, they haven't. Literally, the last time, probably 1990, when they got to semi.
Their biggest win is probably the Croatia one.
Even then, I think they beat little teams like flipping, maybe Belgium back then and Croatia or Slovenia, whatever. I can't
Every
remember.
time they see an ounce of a serious team, they're out. Well, Germany, bang them 4-1. Portugal, they've just been slapping them for years. They've been
These are
slapping them.
pens.
Arsenal didn't even knock them out, bro. They're scary. The last World Cup was a big one for them, man. The last World Cup was a big one because the fact the game against Colombia got by penalties, yeah, whatever, man. England against Sweden. England only beat Sweden, and then when they faced Croatia, 1-0 up, should have won that.
Yeah,
I don't know what Kane was doing.
Croatia in that game, the game just gone. They didn't seem quite at it.
Yeah, but they're saying, and no Mandzukic, the body does up.
I don't know, is Rakitic in the squad?
I don't even know. I didn't see him. All the
Yeah.
riches were there, but they didn't pull out at all, man. All of them.
So hopefully they don't give England false confidence. But I still see England play well against a top team and rise to that occasion. When they rise to that occasion, then I can have confidence in the team. But
It needs to be battle tested now. When they do all these international friendlies, stop playing all this San Marino, fam. Book a flight to Portugal, Germany.
even in the touch friends, they play well against some of the big teams.
No, they lost to Belgium, though. I remember when they faced Belgium.
They beat Belgium, I swear.
Did they beat Belgium? I thought they lost.
That time that Grealish done a mazza.
They lost, no?
Or did
They lost.
Oh,
But are you going to just play well?
I said I beat Spain before
No.
recently.
They beat Spain one time. They went to Spain. Family friendly. They went to Spain and it was front page of the news. Can you imagine? A friendly. This is why the guys are scared because they know. Bro, you mess up. It's front page. Do anything wrong. It's front page. If Sterling missed that chance, you think Sterling will be playing again? The guys would be too scared.
So he shouldn't have started in the first place, man.
He should have started, but he's got to trust.
But then again, he gained the trust. And
I'm telling you, MBE, man. The MBE carries
Squad.
weight. You can't drop a man that wins MBE.
He should have not started. But at the end of the day, Rashford, I don't know what Rashford is on. Rashford is humanitarian now. So.
Speak about Spain, their team looks like it's completely just
Pass some vibes. That man is
gone
going
down
to
the drain.
It's going to keep the ball, man.
What Mariah did yesterday is criminal.
They've fallen from grace. The end of an era. The era's absolutely done.
Bro, you know there were bare war crimes in that game.
It's a war criminal.
Who's my man that missed the open goal? When it's sacked on the match.
Oh my Berg! He missed the open goal for Sweden. Oh my
Bro, there were so many war crimes in that game, bro.
I was just looking at those and saying,
I couldn't believe it, man.
I was disappointed in both teams, to be honest. Sweden had a chance. Actually, this guy impressed me.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
been
very
a
impressive.
baller, though.
He's been a
baller.
baller.
He's a baller. To see him on that stage and actually do
That's the
something.
type of guy Arsenal need to get. Get winning
Oh,
early.
here we go.
It's true.
It's true. That guy will leave in weeks.
What team's that now? Is that a lesser club? That's
Yeah,
a Spanish
Sociedad.
Yeah, Sociedad.
Arsenal
He's
need
at
to
the
be
season,
smart.
though.
Get the guys before they become superstars.
Yeah, but he's
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
It's
The guy
very
come
good.
Arsenal, his stock will just plummet.
Plummet as well.
Bro,
He'll
just
come
leave
there.
him alone.
He'll come there and do- start doing
Type of guys Arsenal
Bro.
He'll come there and do drippy. Aubameyang and that's it.
Lacazette.
Yeah, that's it. Every time anyone that gets infected by them,
Bro, this drip boys and that's it,
they
fam.
drip it and then they're gone.
That's it. Toxic club,
Too
bro.
much drip.
He's a baller though. He's a baller.
Yeah,
Is that club
very
that the
impressive.
Borders go again?
Huh?
Is that club that the Borders go again?
Oh,
Oh, it's called that.
what's the one?
What do you mean?
That club in London that all the Borders go.
Liberty.
Liberty.
That's what we
The one that said that Arsenal players were arguing outside the club.
Go get
bro.
one platinum Lamborghini, bro. With his big head, fam.
We'll go
Watch.
Liberty and we'll never be the same again.
Fam, that's what they said. Shout out to Reece Nelson. His career. Apparently he's a Libertine boy.
Yeah, they get lost in that Liberty and Sauce and they're never the same.
It's a shame, man. But yeah, Spain, I'm not impressed. Fam, just send them boys home today, fam. and the guy Pedri, they're gassing him. I
I need to see
Yeah,
need
I
to
need
see
to see
more,
more,
man.
I need to see
Do you know
more.
what? That's when I knew Spain had fallen off because they're gassing guys like Pedri. Fam, Spain used to have like 10, 15 of those kind of dons back there. Now they
Jeez,
gas about one.
The game's changed.
The game's changed.
Become more physical and Spain are not producing the physical athletic players.
Let's get some black guys, man. When Marcus Senna came, changed their history.
It's look at that, man.
Yeah, that man,
It's
is
the
he
baby
playing
oil.
though?
Who's that?
It's the baby oil.
Adama Traore.
Oh, sure.
That
It's
guy.
okay, man.
He's a track star.
Is he?
That's what he is.
Just running, full pace, full
Running,
belt.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
But I've said it anyway, man. For me, the Euros start next round, man.
Yeah,
Get all of these teams just out here, fam. Just bring on the big boy. Filter all these teams out, man. All this is just Jabalantis, man.
Well, Germany, France, and Portugal need to make sure they will make the next round.
They will.
Yeah, they have to.
They will. Hungary's have 3 points, man. Look at the way they were playing.
Are you saying what the winner? Well, are we seeing the potential winner of the Euros in that group?
I think they'll be battle tested because of the
100%.
games.
Yeah,
100%.
It's one of those. It's definitely France and Portugal, and there's also Belgium. They're my top 3, and Italy maybe 4th. Italy and England maybe tied 4th. With Germany, maybe depending how Germany approaches. Germany recently they're up and down, as you've seen, it's considered like a goal now. Like JK said, the business end of competition is what I'm really here for. Let's filter out the trash, get to the business end. Like, you know when there's just less games, because right now it's like starting there's so many games hard to keep up. But when there's like less games, can you really focus and knuckle down and see what's what.
When I saw the game at 2:00 yesterday, I was like, there's just too much football being played.
There's too much sports,
and it's too poor quality as well, fam. It's annoying as well.
It's hard to keep up. There's like so many games, so little time.
There's so much, man. I need a rest.
What's the player of the tournament?
Sorry?
What's the player of the tournament?
Certainly might be the couple.
I'm gonna have